The Denver Broncos are entering one of those moments that define franchises. Not just seasons, not just playoff runs. Moments. Because when a team loses something it truly believed in, when momentum is building, confidence is forming, and suddenly, the ground shifts beneath you, that's when you find out what a franchise is really made of. And right now, that's exactly where this Broncos team stands. Coming off one of the most emotionally charged stretches we've seen from Denver in years, belief had finally returned. Not forced belief, not hope, real belief. The kind you see in body language, in execution, in the way players talk about each other. And then it happens. Bo Nix goes down. The storyline flips overnight. The tone changes. The noise gets louder. And almost immediately, people on the outside start rushing to conclusions. Season over, momentum gone. Same old Broncos. But the more I sit with this moment, the more I keep coming back to one simple idea. Teams with nothing left to lose are dangerous. And teams that feel like something was taken from them, they're even more dangerous. That's the emotional space Denver is operating in right now. So let's talk about Jarrett Stidham, but not in the lazy, surface-level way this conversation usually goes. Because this isn't just backup quarterback steps in. This isn't just, can he manage the game? To me, this is about context, culture, preparation, timing. And timing matters in the NFL more than almost anything else. Jarrett Stidham has always been one of those quarterbacks who earns quiet respect inside locker rooms, even if fans don't talk about him much. He's not flashy. He's not marketed as a savior. He's not built for highlight reels. But he's consistently viewed as someone who can play the position cleanly. Natural thrower, quick processor, comfortable operating within structure. When you go back and really watch his college tape and his early NFL reps, what jumps out isn't raw arm strength, it's rhythm. He throws on time. He understands spacing. He knows where answers are supposed to be. And when things break down, he doesn't immediately panic. That matters a lot in Sean Payton's offense. Because Payton doesn't need a superhero. He needs execution. He needs someone who understands timing, leverage, and situational football. What really stands out to me, though, isn't even what Stidham does on Sundays. It's why he stayed. He had options. He could have chased a clearer path somewhere else. He could have gone to a team desperate for quarterback snaps. But he stayed in Denver. Why? Because of the locker room. Because of relationships. Because of trust. You hear these stories during camp: Stidham organizing outings, spending time with the offensive line, hanging around special teams guys, wideouts, tight ends. Not because he had to, because that's who he is. And that stuff matters more than fans realize. When adversity hits, teams don't rally around talent alone. They rally around people. Now look at how this locker room responded the moment Bo Nix went down. No panic. No finger pointing. No passive-aggressive quotes. Instead, unity. Players posting messages. This one's for Bo. We've got your back. That doesn't happen on fractured teams. That doesn't happen on teams faking culture. That happens when something real exists. And culture doesn't appear overnight. Sean Payton built this. Think back to where this team was not that long ago. Blowout losses. No identity. No discipline. No belief. When Payton arrived, it didn't start pretty. Losing the way they did early in his tenure could have broken a lot of teams. But instead, it became a line in the sand. Since then, this group has shown the same trait over and over again. They don't fold. They respond. Blocked field goals, gut punch losses, injuries, cap constraints. Every time, they regroup. That's why I don't buy the idea that this moment kills the vibe. If anything, it sharpens it. Now, it's talk football. Because the matchup matters. Sean Payton with extra preparation time is not something opponents enjoy. Give him film. Give him days to dissect tendencies. Give him time to tailor a game plan to what his quarterback does well. That's where this gets interesting. Stidham isn't Bo Nix. And that's fine. Because defenses haven't seen this version of Denver. Different rhythm, different progressions, different emphasis. That uncertainty favors the offense, especially early in games. Defensively, Denver is built to support this scenario. This unit has been one of the most consistent parts of the team all season. Pressure up front, discipline on the back end, physicality at every level. When you can limit explosive plays and force long drives, you don't need your quarterback to score 35 points. You need ball security, situational execution, composure. Those are things Stidham has shown before. People forget his first real NFL start, thrown into the fire, against an elite defense, on short notice, and he didn't shrink. He stood in the pocket. He delivered under pressure. He competed. That performance didn't turn him into a star, but it proved something important. He belongs on an NFL field. Another underrated factor here is familiarity. Stidham has been in Payton's system longer than Bo Nix. He knows the language. He knows the expectations. He knows what Payton demands at the line of scrimmage. That continuity reduces mistakes. And in playoff football, mistakes decide games. I also think people underestimate how much this team wants this for him. Backup quarterbacks are often isolated figures. That's not the case here. Stidham has been a connector in this locker room. And when a team feels like they're playing for someone, not just with someone, effort changes. Blocking tightens up. Routes get sharper. Defenders rally harder. That's real football psychology. And zooming out even further, look at Sean Payton. This is a coach who has navigated quarterback injuries before. Successfully. He adapts. He simplifies. He leans into strengths. He doesn't panic. There's a reason his record with backup quarterbacks looks the way it does. Preparation, structure, confidence. People love to frame moments like this as collapse or miracle. That's not how the NFL actually works. It's about matchups, execution, discipline. And right now, Denver has those things. I'm not saying this is guaranteed. I'm not saying it's easy. But I am saying this. This team is far more dangerous than the narrative suggests. They're unified. They're motivated. They're prepared. And sometimes, that's enough to tilt the scales. So here's the real question I want to leave you with. Do you believe culture can carry a team when circumstances change? Because if the answer is yes, then this Broncos team is very much alive. Let me know what you think. Who's your X factor in this situation? And do you trust Sean Payton in moments like this? Broncos country, we're still rolling.